The little princess who was no longer afraid of failing. In a kingdom where the clouds drifted slowly like sleepy sheep and the moon wore a silver smile every night, there stood a magical school made of pale blue stone and golden windows. It was called Starlight Magic Academy. Every morning, bells chimed softly, not loudly, but kindly inviting young wizards, witches, and magical creatures to begin their day of learning. Butterflies with glowing wings fluttered through the halls, carrying sparkles of magic in the air. Among all the students, there was one very special little girl. She was a little princess. Her name was Princess Eleanor, though everyone lovingly called her Ellie. Ellie had shiny chestnut hair that bounced when she walked, and curious eyes that sparkled like morning dew. She wore a small silver crown, not because she had to, but because it reminded her to be kind, brave, and gentle, just like her mother had taught her. Ellie loved many things. She loved picture books that whispered stories when you opened them. She loved strawberry milk before bedtime. She loved sitting by the window, watching stars blink at her. But there was one thing Ellie did not love. She was afraid of failing. A quiet fear. Ellie had always tried very hard to do everything perfectly. When she practiced wand spells, she practiced until her arms felt tired. When she learned potion mixing, she followed every step carefully. When teachers asked questions, she only raised her hand if she was very sure of the answer, because Ellie believed something deep inside her heart.
If I fail, something bad will happen.
She worried that her teachers would be disappointed. She worried her friends might laugh. She worried she wouldn't be a good princess anymore. So whenever something looked difficult, Ellie's tummy would feel tight, like a little knot. And that morning, the knot felt tighter than ever. The announcement. At Starlight Magic Academy, the headmistress, a tall, warm woman named Madame Aurora, stood at the center of the great hall. Her wings shimmered gently like dawn light.
Good morning, young stars. Today, we begin our Moonlight Magic Trials,
she said kindly. A soft murmur filled the room. The Moonlight Magic Trials were special challenges designed to help students learn not to win prizes. They included trying new spells, solving magical problems, creating something from imagination. Madame Aurora smiled.
These trials are not about being perfect. They are about trying,
she said. Ellie's heart began to race. Trying meant possibly failing, and failing scared her. The first trial, the wand that wobbled. Ellie's first trial was in the spell garden. Each student was given a simple task: make a floating light orb appear above their wand. Ellie held her wand tightly.
I've practiced this,
she whispered to herself. She waved her wand carefully and spoke the spell. Nothing happened. She tried again. The orb flickered, then popped like a bubble. Ellie felt her cheeks grow warm. She looked around. Some students' orbs were glowing brightly. Others floated crookedly or changed colors unexpectedly. Ellie lowered her wand.
I'm not good at this. I should stop before I mess up more,
she thought. Just then, her friend Milo, a small dragon boy with orange scales, waddled over.
My orb turned green and sneezed,
he said cheerfully. Ellie blinked.
Sneezed?
Yes, achoo! I didn't know magic could do that.
Milo laughed. Ellie smiled a little.
You're not upset?
She asked. Marlowe shook his head.
Nope, I learned that my wand is ticklish.
Ellie laughed softly. Something inside her loosened just a bit. The second trial, potion trouble. The next trial was in the potion room. Ellie loved potions, but only when she could follow the instructions perfectly. Today's task was different. The recipe only said, mix something sweet, something calming, and something brave. Ellie froze. There were no exact measurements, no right answers written down. Her hands trembled.
What if I choose wrong?
She thought. She watched other students. Some added honey, some added petals, some sniffed their mixtures curiously. Ellie hesitated so long that her potion barely changed color. Finally, she picked a calming lavender leaf and a brave spark of cinnamon. The potion fizzed loudly.
Oh no!
Ellie whispered. It turned bright orange and bubbled over. Ellie stepped back, eyes wide. She waited for laughter. But instead, her teacher, Professor Willow, clapped gently.
Ah, a bold potion,
She said kindly. Ellie looked up.
It's wrong!
She said quietly. Professor Willow knelt beside her.
Is it? Or did it teach you something?
She asked softly. Ellie thought.
I learned. Cinnamon is very brave.
She said. Professor Willow smiled.
And now you know.
Ellie felt something warm bloom in her chest. A talk under the star tree. That evening, Ellie sat beneath the star tree, a great old tree that glowed faintly at night. Madame Aurora joined her.
You were very quiet today.
The headmistress said gently. Ellie hugged her knees.
I'm scared of failing. If I fail, I feel like I'm not good enough.
She admitted. Madame Aurora nodded.
Do you know that even the stars fail sometimes?
She said softly. Ellie looked up.
They flicker, they fall, they disappear. And yet, the sky is still beautiful.
Ellie listened carefully.
Failing does not mean you are bad. It means you are learning.
Madame Aurora continued. Ellie whispered.
Learning can be scary.
Yes, but it can also be wonderful.
Madame Aurora agreed. The final trial, the impossible bridge. The last trial was the hardest. Students had to cross a magical bridge that only appeared when someone believed in themselves. Ellie stood at the edge. She closed her eyes.
What if I fail?
She thought. Her tummy tightened again. Then she remembered Milo's sneezing orb, her brave orange potion, Madame Aurora's words. Ellie took a deep breath.
It's okay if I fail. I can try.
She whispered. She stepped forward. The bridge shimmered, then appeared, one glowing plank at a time. Ellie walked slowly. Halfway across, the bridge wobbled. She stumbled. But she didn't run back. She steadied herself, and step by step, she crossed. When she reached the other side, Ellie laughed, not because she was perfect, but because she was proud. A new way of thinking. That night, Ellie wrote in her little star diary.
Today I learned that failing is not the end. It is a beginning.
From that day on, Ellie raised her hand more often. She tried new spells without fear. She smiled even when things went wrong. She still felt scared sometimes. But now she knew something important. She didn't have to be perfect to be brave. And every night, as the stars twinkled outside her window, the little princess fell asleep knowing this. She was no longer afraid of failing. She was ready to learn. The end.